Hey y'all, it's Anna from Mimsy's garden, and the garden is about gone. It is almost mid-November, and there's only a few things that's going to survive around here, and that's probably going to be the collards and the turnips. Got a few things still hanging in there for right now, but after Tuesday when we get 29 degrees temperatures, I do believe they'll be gone. So I'm going to show you what's left, and then we'll end the garden tours until spring. Not sure what happened with the germination, but I've only gotten a few cabbages to come up, and a few that I transplanted. But I do have collards, and the squash vines are finally dying. Got some kale. This one squash was confused for a few days, and it put off a squash, so I'm going to save that one. And there was several tiny ones on there, but it did get down to 32 or 33 last night, I think, so it's done. Seems very strange to have some spaghetti squash coming on. They're not going to last. I am going to try to cover this up, but I don't see it lasting. Most of the vine looks really bad. So, probably not worth trying to save, but I think I'm going to try it anyway. The Cherokee Tan Pumpkin vine is looking very badly too after the cold temperatures. But there's lots of pumpkins out here that I need to retrieve and get them in the house. And they'll turn. Some of them are starting to turn on the back sides of them anyway, so they'll finish. But I want to get them in before Tuesday. And I'm going to walk through here and kind of show you. There's lots of them. They're all throughout here in various places. I pulled a bigger one off yesterday, and I see a bigger one hiding up here close to where Cash Kitty is. I've got a few patches of kale and some broccoli that is hanging in there. You can see we got some cabbage worms. They got a hold of this one, and I'm going to pull it out. But I came out and sprayed some BT, and everything else is doing okay. And the cabbage worms got a hold of this one too, but it is sprouting new leaves out, so I'm going to leave it. But that other one was decimated, so I went ahead and pulled it while we were out here. And these are golden ball turnips, and they're doing good too. They're cold hardy. And these are kohlrabi that are sprouted eventually, finally. Took them forever. Got a few rutabagas sprouted. There were a few more, but the cat keeps using my box. I think he thinks it's his personal litter box. Cat. You see him? Here he comes. He said I'm too close to his box. The chocolate mint has made a comeback. It looked completely dead from the drought this late summer, but in the last couple weeks, after getting good saturated rain, it has made a comeback. And I was watering it with the water hose. It just didn't help. But real rain, natural water, it made a big difference. The sweet peas are coming along nicely. I'm going to get one of those net trellises from Hoss Tools and put up soon in the next week. It needs They need a little trellising, and I saw Travis had on his video the other day about the net trellising, and I liked how that worked, so I'm gonna try it. They have a 50-foot roll for about $19. I think you can get a smaller roll, but I think I want to get the longer one and just cut it, and then I can use it elsewhere later or in the spring. But they're doing well, and so I'm trying what us Southerners would call an English pea, but it's actually green arrow peas and early sugar snaps. These are tomato plants. I started these late just because it was a new variety that I had gotten of bigger tomatoes, so I just wanted to see about them. So I'll probably take them in for the winter and just see how long they last. I don't expect them to produce anything for sure. A little purple broccoli and some green broccoli in a pot. And then my flower / food beds, they're doing well. In the food bed I have radishes of different types, a few cabbage, and a good bit of lettuce. It's nice being able to come out here and get fresh lettuce for the 2-patient crew when they have sandwiches or whatever, or if we choose to do a salad. We've got a few varieties. I did have some yarrow right here by this little pole, but it died back, and I'm hoping that it comes back on its own. I got it from Wanda at Deep South Homestead back in the summer. Hope it reseeds itself. But all the radishes are doing very well. They probably need thin some more. I did thin them a little bit the other day. Probably could use a little bit more thinning, but they sure are pretty. On the back row of the garden, they've not sprouted yet, but I've actually got some spinach planted in each one of these holes. They've just not had time to germinate. It's only been a few days. And then on this one is mustards all the way down through there. But there's still some loofahs hanging there. We're just going to leave them. Let the vine succumb to the cold, just like all the others will soon. So Mimsy's garden is looking quite pitiful right now, but that's okay. There are a few things out here that will endure the cold, like the collard greens. And the cabbage worms, tried to get a hold of them too, but you see they're making a comeback. And I sprayed them with BT. One thing I won't do again is scarlet kale in a planter bucket. They're not doing well. They're small and very slow growing, and they did better last year in the ground. So I may transplant these and see what happens. Okay guys, I'm sitting out here by this massive 1 Cherokee Tan pumpkin vine, and I have pulled all but about 5, and they're just small, and I don't want to pull them. They may not make it through the cold weather, but they're still too small anyway. So I'm going to show you what I've pulled just today. And I've got several in the house, and I'll combine them all together to get a total count. And I've cooked one for Mom, and I gave one to my friend Tasha at Pine Knot. And the one that I cooked for Mom is the one that I've shared seeds out of so far. But there are several of y'all wanting seeds, So know that once these ripen and turn, and later on into the winter, you'll be getting your seeds for the next growing season. So let me let you see. Y'all forgive me while I turn this camera because I'm sitting down on the ground and I don't want to make you sick. Don't know if you can see all that. Isn't that something? One vine. It's amazing to me. Just totally amazing. So we're going to get these seeds recirculating. And special thanks to Wanda at Deep South Homestead and Mr. Danny, their friend Mr. John in Florida, and in the memory of Amy Sutherland, we're going to pay it forward. So with the pumpkin that I gave away, the one I cooked for Mom, that one vine, I collected 33 pumpkins. And there's still 4 or 5 out on the vine. So that would be almost 40 pumpkins on one vine. Amazing.